Americans believe freedom is the right to pursue happiness, but somehow that pursuit often starts with a credit card application. It's a funny paradox. You have to go into debt to prove you're worthy of a future without it. The American dream in this century is no longer a promised land you find by crossing an ocean. It's a prepackaged product with a clear price tag, a modest down payment, and a fixed interest rate for 30 years. You don't conquer it. You buy it in installments. I used to think a college degree was the ticket. Everyone said so. Study, get a degree, land a good job. A formula as neat as a math equation. But no one tells you the price of that ticket isn't 4 years of studying. It's 25 years of non-stop work to pay off the debt. You step out of the university gate, bachelor's degree in hand, and immediately you become a small business with one massive loan and a single CEO, yourself. Your first apartment isn't a place you live. It's a place you sleep between shifts to pay the rent. Your first car isn't a symbol of freedom. It's a mandatory vehicle to get to the place where you earn money to pay its installments. Everything is calculated. Your freedom of movement is priced by how many miles you can drive before the maintenance light comes on, and then you start the job. You sit in an open-plan office where people chat about pursuing your passion and making a difference. But everyone's real passion, if you look at their paychecks, is probably the passion to pay off their student debt before they turn 40. You work hard not to get promoted, but to maintain a credit score high enough to be allowed to keep borrowing money. A loan to buy a house, a loan to repair the house, a loan to buy a car that can drive you to the house you're paying off. It's a closed loop, a micro-financial ecosystem where you are both the participant and the product. You feel like you're moving forward, but really, you're running on a spinning wheel. And that wheel is powered by compound interest. They call this building credit, a phrase that sounds very active, very constructive, but in essence, it's the process of proving to the banking system that you are a reliable debtor. The more disciplined debt you have, the more the system trusts you to take on more. Success is no longer measured by the assets you own, but by the debt you are permitted to have. The American dream is no longer about owning a farm. It's about being allowed to make payments on a condo for 60 years. It's like a video game, where each level is a new loan with stricter terms. And you keep playing, hoping that one day you will win, even if you no longer remember what the real prize is. Once your credit profile is established, you enter the most interesting phase, shopping for the dream. The system won't let you down. It has pre-packaged happiness into clear, convenient, and most importantly, payable packages. You don't need to fumble around searching for the meaning of life. That meaning has been predefined through advertising campaigns. A successful life includes a suburban house with a green lawn, 2 cars, one for commuting, one for weekend family trips, vacations to picturesque check-in locations, and of course, an artisanal coffee every morning. That green lawn is a great story. It's not just grass, it's a symbol. It's proof to the whole world that you have control over your piece of land, that you have the discipline to care for it, and that you can afford the water bill every month. But no one actually lives on that lawn. They mow it, water it, and look at it from inside the house. It's like a medal made of plants, a piece of jewelry for your real estate. And to have it, you commit to a long-term mortgage, turning every Saturday into a mandatory workday with the lawnmower. The freedom to enjoy the weekend? No. It's the freedom to work for free for the image you've invested in. Then come the vacations. We no longer travel to discover. We travel to collect experiences, like a form of social currency. You borrow money to buy a trip to a faraway beach, take a few hundred photos, and then return to work for 6 months to pay off that trip. The actual experience sometimes matters less than what you can post on social media. It's proof that you are living life to the fullest, even if that moment is sponsored by a personal loan with 15% interest. We consume vacations like we consume a product, quickly, flashy, and always with a payment plan. Happiness becomes something you can buy, provided you agree to pay for it in the future. And in that fully equipped home, with the widescreen TV showing programs about people living freely and adventuring everywhere, you feel a strange sense of peace. You have hit the milestones. You own the happiness packages. But sometimes, in those rare, quiet moments, you wonder if you are actually living this life or just executing a long-term rental agreement. You don't own those things. You are just holding them temporarily with the promise of ownership after 30 years of payments. This new version of the American dream is like a high-speed train. You sit inside, feeling everything rushing by, but you can't reach your hand out the window because it's locked for safety reasons. At some point, after many years of hard work and regular payments, you reach a state often called stability. This is the most subtle trap of the installment dream. You've paid off a few smaller loans. Your credit score is nearly perfect. You can borrow a large sum of money with just one phone call. Technically, you are freer than ever. But in reality, you are more tied down than ever. Because now you have too much to lose. This stability is like a golden cage. It's beautiful, luxurious, and makes outsiders admire you, but it's still a cage. You can't suddenly quit your job to follow your heart because you have 30 mortgage payments left. You can't move to a small town for a simpler life because the salary there isn't enough to maintain the credit score you've spent a lifetime building. Your freedom of choice has, in practice, shrunk to only those choices that don't affect your cash flow and ability to pay debt. You become unusually cautious. Every dream, every adventurous plan is weighed and measured from a financial perspective. Risk becomes an enemy, not a companion. And then you realize the final paradox. You did everything by the book, but you feel like a stranger in your own life. You bought a ticket to the show of life, but you are only allowed to sit in one fixed seat, not move, not make noise, and must follow all the rules. The American dream on an installment plan is like a software trial. You get to experience all the features, but there's always a small dialogue box reminding you of the full version, a version you will never truly own. You are just renting it. You pay every month for the right to keep using it. In the end, perhaps true freedom isn't in the things you can buy in parts, but in the things you don't need to buy at all. It's in the quiet space in your mind when you're not haunted by due dates. It's in the choice to say no to a standardized happiness package and to courageously search for a different definition, even if it's precarious and not nicely packaged. The real American dream might not be an installment plan, but the courage to write your own story, even if that story isn't on any bank's lending list. Because, as they say, the best things in life are free, and all the rest usually come with interest and an endless contract.